If I gave you $30, what would you buy?
Puzzled. $30, I would go gambling.
I would go to Target and just shop around in all the clearance spots and just like buy candles, beauty products, everything. I love Target, so that'd be my first stop.
Taco Bell.
What'd you get at Taco Bell?
The new quesalupa is pretty on point, but I'm a grilled stuffed burrito fan.
I would buy some stuff for my daughter.
Like toys?
No, clothes for her daycare.
I would go out to eat.
Where would you go?
Carrabba's, Italian restaurant.
I had to decide either between gas money or 2 for $20 at Chili's if I had to take a date.
Maybe use it to treat myself. Maybe a restaurant or a movie.
How much does $30 get you today?
$30 does not go very far today. That would be one hand of blackjack.
It pays my water bill.
Maybe not too nice, but nice enough to where, you know, that you both enjoy it.
But yeah, I have to pay some from my pocket. 30 won't be sufficient, yeah.
30 wouldn't be enough to cover for both?
No way.
Like I said, I was shopping the clearance section because that's where I probably get the most value.
Get the most bang for your buck, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't get you very far. Maybe, you know, a couple of hours dining out, one person.
So you couldn't take somebody on a date with $30?
It would have to be a really cheap date. Walk in the park, hot dogs.
$30 doesn't sound like it would stretch that far. But what if I told you that $30 a year is all it takes to create 8,500 jobs and build a bright and sustainable future for Caddo and Bossier parishes? What do you imagine when you think about what our community will look like in 5 years, 10 years, 25 years? For most of us, we want that future to include a thriving economy and a strong workforce. Don't we all want our children or even our grandchildren to have great opportunities waiting for them? What about quality jobs with good wages and a true career path? That future is possible, and we're building it for them now. The Port of Caddo-Bossier is a vital economic engine for Northwest Louisiana. It drives growth by creating an environment that attracts world-class companies to our community. It all started with a vision. Back in 1993, the citizens of Caddo and Bossier parishes came together and voted in favor of creating a special property tax to establish the port. That funding allowed the port to buy the land and build the docks and other infrastructure needed to support thriving businesses. It enabled the port to attract world-class companies and create nearly 8,500 jobs in our community. Today, 17 companies make their home at the port, and over 1,700 employees go to work at the port every day. And not all of those good-paying jobs are construction jobs either. Administrators, engineers, designers, technicians, these are the kind of competitive, high-quality jobs that attract our young professionals and give them a reason to stay local. And those 1,700 jobs aren't the only jobs created as a result of our support. Companies at the port make use of all kinds of services: plumbing, accounting, office supplies, you name it, all from local companies who then hire more employees. And those employees need homes. They need cars, bank accounts, groceries. It's a trickle-down effect that builds up our neighborhoods and stimulates even more growth. So how does that translate into solid numbers? Noted economist Dr. Lauren Scott conducted an impact study to find out. Dr. Scott's research concluded that for every job created at the port, 4 more were created in our community. That means that nearly 8,500 jobs to date have been created as a result of our investment in the port. So how do we keep up that momentum and continue that growth for our future? The answer is simple: be ready. When it was first established, the port consisted of just 2,300 acres. Of that original land, only about 700 acres remains available today. Most of that land is split up into smaller tracts that really aren't suitable for larger opportunities like Pratt Industries or Bentler Steel. In order to attract more businesses of that scale, The port needs to develop more land and have it ready for big industry. In 2015, the port finished a major expansion study. It identified 3,000 acres of land in Caddo and Bossier parishes that would be ideal for potential companies interested in moving to our region. Based on the successes at the port so far, we know that for every acre of land that is leased, a job is created. Since every job at the port creates 4 more in our community, adding 3,000 acres to the port could create more than 15,000 new jobs. That's an investment with a huge return. With these improvements, the port will be able to attract even more companies and jobs to the region. Just look at the proven track record. When the port develops 3,000 acres of land, 15,000 jobs are created in our communities. Those are 15,000 quality jobs that can keep our young people right here at home. That's a smart investment. So how much does all this cost? If you own a $200,000 home, this millage only costs you about $30 per year. So for the price of a family pizza night or a tank of gas, we can create the kind of jobs our community needs and build that bright and vibrant future. The port's success is a win, not just for the companies that build there, but for the communities they serve. The port works for all of us.